All right, Chiefs fans. Um, boy, that was a rough one. The Titans definitely spanked the Chiefs today, but I don't want to say just but because then it lets us off the hook a little bit. Yes, there are many of reasons when you look at this game why you should be concerned as a Chiefs fan and the rest of the league as a whole. We are not the same dominant uh, dynasty. We're not the same dominant offense that we have been in years past. The defense is still the same. Um, but I do think there was a few things here that when you look at this 3-4 Chiefs team that you definitely have to look at. Personally, I was really fed up while watching the game. I was on the edge the whole time and I was wanting to turn it off because it gave me flashbacks of pre Andy Reid era, even a little bit of the Alex Smith era, just a tad. But Chiefs fans, like, come on now. When you look at the box score, just looking at the box score, you see in the first half and in the second half, the Chiefs were bad. Last week, we were able to get away with um, playing poorly and coming back and salvaging that in the second half and just looking like we always have. This week was not so easy to just turn on a switch, flip it around. Um, of course, when you go into the game, the main headline is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is still that guy. But when he played against our defense, there's something about um, our defense that's starting to look a little bit better. It didn't feel that way when watching this game, but Derrick Henry, I believe, let me double check these stats. He had 29 carries for 86 yards, and his only touchdown came when he did a trick play, jump pass. It wasn't even a jump pass. It was actually a good looking pass. I can't lie, but that was really the only thing Derrick Henry did. We held him to 3 yards per carry and under 100 yards, which nobody else has been able to do that yet this season. Um, so that's the first thing I want to point out. Patrick Mahomes versus Derrick Henry was the big headline going into the game. We couldn't live up to our end of that either. Our offense, this is the first time all season where we just looked like complete trash. Um, the offense, of course, Patrick Mahomes did not throw for a touchdown. It was only about 200 yards. Let me go ahead and look at this exactly. Patrick Mahomes was 20 for 35, which is still a pretty good completion percentage. But he had another turnover. That interception was definitely his fault. But you can feel that he's kind of pressing just a little bit. Uh, the receiver was not in a good position to be able to where he threw the ball. The defender was had a better chance of catching the ball. So I think um, Patrick Mahomes, he just when you look at it, the biggest weakness I would say of our offense right now, when you look at this game, which was the most concerning part to me, the offense. The offense was it was looking very poor for lack of better words. You had Patrick Mahomes ran the ball more than your starting running back. Darrell Williams only had 5 carries. He had 6 himself. Whenever he had dropped back to pass, we got down pretty quick, but still, our tackles, Mike Rimmers, Orlando Brown were getting beat all day, all day long. And there were some other issues with Trey Smith, just a little bit. Tooney, he looked good for the most part. Creed, the same. Other than just a couple plays. So I think the interior was actually pretty decent, but Rimmers and Brown were getting beat all day long with about a 4-man rush. We had 5 blockers, 4 men were rushing, getting in Patrick's face immediately, just about. So he has to scramble, duck and dodge, and move a couple juke moves just to get out of the pocket and try to find someone. Now, play calling, that is an issue because you're not doing more running plays, even if they're RPOs. Um, Also, you need to actually take advantage of those dump routes. So you're going to have a running back is often open in the flat, and we never utilize it. If Travis Kelsey's out there, then it seems like we kind of give it to him at times. So I think that'll help a little bit whenever um, So I do think that'll help just a little bit whenever Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes back. But my biggest takeaway was our offense did not play the same. We did not move the ball like we usually do, even though it's been a turnover heaven lately. We've been turning the ball over frequently every single week. And I'm getting tired of seeing this every time there's a streak now. There's a streak. Now it's 4 games in a row or 5 games, whatever it is, that Patrick has thrown a interception. This time, again, it wasn't on him, but it was because he threw the ball whenever the receiver was not even open. It got tipped in the air. A defender, whoever caught the ball, made a good dive and grab. Um, so ultimately, it comes down to the quarterback. When you keep putting the ball in that situation, it's going to get intercepted. And he's gotten away with that so far in his career. Now it's a time to where you just got to hold it, give it to the dump route, or actually call more running plays. And I think that's where our coaching needs to get better at. Defensively, we had a lot of times where AJ Brown was killing our corners. Whoever it was over there on the opposite side, Ward, he can't stay healthy, but on the opposite side is where they were picking on. Tannehill was going after Fenton, who usually I think plays good. Fenton usually plays good, but um, he did slip up today. Same with Hughes. Um, but I think there was a lot of positives about our defense coming away after this. When you're on the field, uh, I don't remember the exact time of possession, but when you're on the field about let's say 75 to 80% of the time because your offense can't get the ball moving, it puts your defense in a very poor, a very bad position to just make a stop, which I think they did stop Derrick Henry a lot. He had some receiving screen plays that were actually decent, but we did not let him gash us all day long. Um, so I will say Juan Thornhill, he's still doing a good job coming up and filling. He flashes a lot and comes up and makes tackles. And I don't think we were giving up just a huge play on the back end. The defense was the huge concern at the beginning of the season, and now it's the offense, which is not a thing you want to hear when you're talking about an Andy Reid led team. Now, just to kind of throw it out there, I'm tired of seeing everybody uh fire Andy Reid, uh get rid of Brett Veach. There's so many ways that you could look at this, but none of those are going to fix the issue at all. All we have to do is take care of the ball. This is the only game our offense has looked just lethargic and pathetic from the jump. Uh, it didn't actually rebound and make it better. So I think that will change. Our offense is going to get better. They're going to move the ball. They won't just keep having turnovers every single week. The defense is learning how to at least stop the main thing that an offense does that they're going against. Yes, they need to get better in pass coverage. Yes, they need to get better as a whole, just forcing turnovers and getting to the quarterback. We had 4 quarterback hits. Tannehill was not on the ground or pressing at all. Every time he dropped back, Frank Clark got to him once, and that was an incompletion. But then there was a flag on Fenton. So the defense get more pressure on the quarterback. It was good to see Chris Jones out there just a little bit. I don't think he's quite there with his wrist, but as he gets into game shape, he's going to make plays. The defensive line needs to keep doing better in pass rush. I think Spags, he needs to get it together. You're going to regress to the mean just a little bit, but you also need to dial up some better blitzes, uh, get your linemen attacking. Um, Nick Bolton is doing a great job filling any gaps. That was the thing I think that was missing last year. Willie Gay, he's getting back into form, getting his game shape in there. So I think the defense is getting better. Juan Thornhill starting has made a world of a difference when you ask me. The Redskins and um, the Titans are not known for just being great at offense. You have Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, but we've done a good job for the most part stopping them. That is a positive, and that's what you want to see. We're 3-4. The Chiefs are 3-4. Everyone, like we have a chance to really just rip off some wins, go into the bye week, recalibrate. Andy Reid does a good job coming out of bye weeks. Patrick Mahomes, He's not going to give up. He's still passionate, still talented. Um, it was one bad game by the offense, put our defense in bad positions. But whenever you look at it, this is going to be the turning point in the season, I feel like. I don't expect the offense to look as bad. The defense is actually showing signs of being alive. Um, so everyone, let's just go ahead and be optimistic. I know it's hard right now to be optimistic. There's a lot of people to blame, but I also feel like um it's retractable. Our team can bounce back from this 3-4 start to the season and actually end up in a great place, go into the playoffs, and actually be a team that can win some games and not have everyone ready to just fire the whole organization. I've heard somebody say, "Let's go ahead and be sellers of like the Hunts need to really give up the organization." We're starting 3-4. Before Andy Reid, we had the number one pick in the NFL draft. Like, come on, everyone. We are in a position where this is going to be where we can bounce back. So that's what I'm hoping on. Everyone, if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, definitely let me know. I want to hear any comments you have. Go ahead and like the page, subscribe, tell me what you feel. I'm hoping to give you more content here in the near future. Um, but I think there's some optimism following this game. Everyone, just go ahead and let me know how you feel because this one is a huge game that a lot of thoughts are out there. It's polarizing. Uh, give me some feedback. Everyone, I look forward to talking to you here in the future and have a good one. Peace.